Hi and welcome back to my channel, Keeping Your Heart, the place where we explore ways to keep our hearts open and engaged as we walk alongside others. If this is your first time or you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe below on that little button so you can be notified when new videos come out. So we are looking at self-care today, and part of this practice of making sure that self-care doesn't become an additional burden. So you know all those samples that you can get from Target Beauty or that come in the mail or that you can get at the grocery store? There's all these different ways that samples can come into your life. So in order to make sure that you don't have a closet that is overfull with all of those and you actually get to experience that, I have this one way that I am keeping track of all of my samples that come in and my experience with them. So this practice is about how do I make sure that I get to actually enjoy the things coming in and not let them become something that I just collect and then they go bad and I don't get to actually enjoy it. So there we go, let's get into it. So the reason that I started breaking out my samples and trial size items is because this was my first bullet journal that I started last November. And as what I noticed as I was going through and doing my collections, I said, oh, I'd really like to do a beauty sample and reviews. And so I started to add those in the back of this journal. And then when I had the moment where I had to migrate from this older journal to the new one, I realized I don't want to rewrite all of these things each time I have a new journal. What if I haven't used them yet? So I thought about it and I purchased this set. There's a set of 3 that has some have bullets, some have lines, some are plain. But I got this one of those little Michael 3-packs, and it has some really clear bullets in it, and I turned this into my journal. So I have sections on skincare, hair care, makeup, and body care, and tools, because sometimes I'll get tools. And so what's been great about this is when I receive a product, either from one of those beauty sample kits or through Ipsy or the Target Beauty box, I really do want to keep track of whether I liked the thing or not and if I enjoyed it or if I had a problem with it. So I do want to record that I have that item. So for instance, I did record this Jergens Natural Glow Wet Skin Moisturizer. So I would just write that into the body care. And then as you can see on some of these other times, I'll write down the date that I used the item and then whatever my ranking is for that item. So when I receive new things, I can come in and do that. And you can dress this up or dress it down any way that you want to, but for me it's just really helpful. And I also had made a commitment to myself that this year I wanted to make sure I did at least one facial treatment every week for myself. So if I have all these different masks, obviously I haven't recorded all of them and I need to do that, but that's part of it, is being intentional and not just letting things pile up in my room or pile up in boxes, but to be able to use them and enjoy them and keep track of which things I really enjoy. So when things come in, maybe this is something that you can do that it's small that could be added into your bullet journal cover, or you could just keep it to the side, but it's yet another way of keeping track. So it's a movable collection to keep track of beauty products that come in for trying out. So there you go. That is my... So just to see one of these in practice, if you look over here under makeup, I generally start with the brand, and so this is Sleek makeup, so I'd write Sleek. And then the type is Major Matte Lip Cream. And then I generally write down the name of the color, and this one is Day Dreamer. So there you go. Sometimes if it comes in from Sephora or Ipsy and it came as part of a collection, I'll make a note about that just so that I can remember where I purchased it, and maybe sometimes there'll be specials or coupons for that. But it's just a great way to keep track of the things that are coming in and if you like them. So there you go. There is a movable collection. Okay, so thanks for taking a few minutes to watch how I have decided to track my samples and my self-care with these little things that are little treats, because I want to actually enjoy them. You hear all the stories about people who say, man, I didn't use the good china and I didn't drink the wine, and we want to be able to be present and experience and be aware and mindful of the experiences that we're having, so that we don't throw that away, but we can really take time to remember that we are worth taking care of and that we need to take care of ourselves so that we can continue to walk alongside people. Not to mention, it's really fun to try out new stuff. So if you are interested in joining maybe a Sunday night mask Facebook Live or YouTube Live where we sit together for a few minutes with our masks on, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to facilitate that. And if you have any other questions about the self-care routines or other types of self-care videos that may be helpful as we work on maintaining compassionate mindset, please let me know in the comments below. So you can take a look at any of these videos that I've done recently. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to keep your heart